Brownie, is there a bit of a gap between your best and your worst?
Yeah, you probably could say that, Baz. Our bigger numbers got the game wrong at the start of the game. Then our attack got us back in the game. It was 3 tries apiece at half time, and then obviously we had the drop of the ball over the try line in the second half, which ended up being a 12-point swing, and that was pretty much where the game was, But at the end of the day, a lot of people will probably focus on Kenny's drop there, which you can't afford to do that at this level, obviously. But at the end of the day, we still got the game wrong at the start. If we had got the game right at the start, and Kenny does what he does, it doesn't have the same impact, But it's pretty much where the game was for me,
So what happened at the start?
We just didn't get our defence right in the middle part of the field. Simple as that.
Nathan, it's a pretty big weekend for the city with the two games on. Did you guys sort of talk about that and use that as motivation?
Oh no, we don't really. I don't think we should have to have any motivation, Rob, to play at home. As we said to the boys after the game, we always get a good crowd. When we're a really bad team, we got a good crowd, and now we're going better. We're getting a better crowd, and we need to start games a little better than that. And you get 22,000 turn up. It wasn't a great start for us, and that got us on the back foot. Then I said offensively, then we caused. They're a very good footy team, and obviously they got their share of points, but I think they'd be worried about our attack as well. We caused them plenty of trouble too. But it's the defensive part of the game that we've got to get a fair bit better. And with the breeze in the second half they had, and obviously Reynolds is a sensational kicker, and they're kicking games in an area that we've got to get a bit better at since we've lost Mitchell and Brock.
You must be pleased with Caelan's performance again, though.
Oh, he's too good, isn't he? Really, we're on the back foot, and as I said, I come into the game thinking that South's a real good footy team, and he had no worries on the back foot, causing them a lot of trouble. We just need some blokes in front of him to tackle a little better and a bit more consistently, and it makes his offence worthwhile. But I thought Connor, obviously his attack was good too. He was dangerous, and I thought Sione had his best game. He was marking a pretty fair player out there in Greg Inglis. I thought, we had some blokes. Barnett was his best game, so we actually had some blokes who had, they're probably their best games of the year. So, that's a positive side. I thought the other thing, the refs copped their share of stick, but I thought the ref actually got his authority early, got us a few times, and he got them a few times, and then he let the game really flow, and the game was a fast game. So, they're never ever going to get all their 50-50 calls right, but when they get the balance of that flow of the game, I think that's good. And it was a fast game of footy, open, both sides were using the ball a lot. So I thought he did a pretty good job, They generally get a bit of stick, don't they? But I thought he did pretty well.
Are you looking for that attack to gel a bit more now? And
I don't think, if you look, we scored 4 and dropped it over the line for 5, and our field position at the second half of the game we didn't complete so well. So as I said, we played a really good footy side, and if you're getting over the line 5 times, it's obviously the defensive part of the game where we need to be a little bit better, which we have shown at times this year to be under duress. We've shown to be very, very good, against the Bronx, who play well. We had Manly last week. Obviously Manly's a bit down in confidence, but with the players, the calibre of player they got, so next week we've got another side that Penrith South. I think they're all fairly similar to me. They've got a lot of very gifted players who can cause you a lot of trouble. So next week we're going to have to obviously really improve a bit if we're going to do anything against Penrith.
What about the goal kicking? Is that a concern?
Well, look, when you're not 2 weeks in a row and you're missing them like we are, obviously appears like it could be a concern, but just got to get the boys to keep practicing. We know they strike it well when they're hitting it well, and we get their get the goal kicking coaching, get them to get their approach okay, and I'm sure they'll turn that around.
Aidan, what about the defence there early? What's happening out there?
Yeah, as Brownie said, we just weren't good enough. We got rolled by good opposition, but we made them look like they were world beaters, and you can't afford to do that against sides like that. Give them 2 tries in whatever it was, 5 or 10 minutes. There was just a lack of urgency, execution. I mean, last week, the big fellas from Manly made a few metres on us, but our effort, our tightness in the ruck was a lot better than it was tonight. And there's some players, myself among them, that we're going to have a hard look at our performance and endeavour to do better next week. We've got 7-day turnaround, so we can work on a few things, and we know it doesn't stop here because Penrith are a good forward pack as well, so we've got to be ready for them.